is working on this presentation mastery pathway. Level 1 project icebreaker. Please provide feedback on eye contact, gestures, and vocal variety. And that is for Eleanor. His speech will require 5 to 7 minutes. Please help me welcome John.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster and fellow Toastmasters. It's a real pleasure to speak with you today. I want to talk to something something very important today, and that's our country. I love our country. We have an amazing country here. There's opportunity and freedom for everybody. But today, there's people in our country that want to take all that away from us. The real inspiration for this speech occurred about 62 years ago. I was in high school and I walked in the library and I picked up a book, just casually looking through it. The first picture I saw was of a group of men and women dressed in black and white striped pajamas that appeared to be dirty, and they looked like they were starving. I flipped over a couple of more pages and there was a stack of dead bodies against a wall. That was the legacy of Adolf Hitler's National Socialist Party. He killed approximately 11 million people with the most efficient killing machine ever devised by man. Stalin was not nearly as organized, but he managed to kill 750,000 people during the Great Purge and sent another 1 million people to the gulags. We don't even know how many of them survived that. And we don't really know the real figure of the number of people that he killed. Hugo Chavez down in Venezuela went socialist. And as a result of a fall in gas prices, 87% of the people there live below the poverty line. His socialist economy just could not respond appropriately to that change in the price of gas. They always do it the same way. They divide the population into groups. They create a hierarchy with the most desirable people at the top and the least desirable at the bottom. For Hitler, the blonde-haired, blue-eyed Germans were the ones at the top. And at the very bottom were little children who were born with some kind of physical deformity. And the Nazis didn't think twice about killing them. Not to mention Jews, gypsies, gays. If you weren't in mainstream Germany, you were dead. This is how socialism operates. One of the first things that Hitler did was to defund his police departments. And he substituted his Gestapo, which was his personal police force. And he ruled that country with an iron fist for somewhere around 15 years. Now today, they're talking about defunding our police. We have rioters in our streets, and at least 5 mayors are doing nothing to restrain them. And we have people that are hurting, people that are losing their jobs. We have rioters going into little shops and stealing all the merchandise and destroying them. And those shops have been closed because of the pandemic. And the pandemic is something else that gives me cause. To me, it looks more like divide and conquer. I don't know how many of you miss our face-to-face get-togethers, but I miss them. The only thing keeping me going is I have an essential service, so I see a lot of my clients face-to-face. But I miss our meetings. I miss our camaraderie. And I miss the opportunity to say hello and shake your hands. But this is the kind of stuff that socialists do to change a country. Fortunately, we have some protection. We have the US Constitution. Amendment number 1 gives us the right to freedom of speech and our choice on how to worship. The Second Amendment gives us the right to keep and bear arms. The Founding Fathers put that in there so we could defend ourselves from our government. Obviously, our left-wing socialist friends want to do away with both of those things. Well, I don't know about you, but it's not going to happen. And if I get rioters in my office, they're going to go out with a couple of broken arms. We can't allow people to break the law and not punish them. But that's what socialists do. So I want to encourage you today to go out and vote. I think it's around 10 weeks away. There's plenty of time to look at all the candidates and make your decision. But no matter who you decide to vote for, you need to vote. We need to stand up and show the people who would destroy this country that we're not going to let it go. So I thank you for listening to my presentation. I want you to know that I care about each one of you because you're all Americans and we're all in this together and we will get through it. We are the ones who make this country work. We pay the taxes. We go to work every day. We provide goods and services, which run our economic system. We are the ones who make that happen. And this country belongs to us. And I'm not going to let it be taken away. Mr. Toastmaster.